Hello guys, Elf here, and on my quest to radio repairs out in the real world when I'm not doing gaming and stuff on YouTube, I am repairing radios, and this one here is a good example of a good radio that has gone bad. And it's gone bad in the aspects of it was run over by a forklift. The other aspect this radio has gone bad is that the owner of this radio programmed it up with amateur radio frequencies. Now, this radio is not marketed as a ham radio. It is not sold as an amateur radio. And though it works on that band, it is classified as a commercial radio. Now, I know amateur operators are going to argue, say, oh, you can use whatever, this, that, and the other, and that's fine, whatever. I'm not a ham operator. I don't ever plan on being one because it's not going to make me any money getting that type of license and that authorization to work on that equipment. However, even though this radio does sort of function, the light blinks on it, which tells me that the VCO is completely out of lock. As soon as it was run over, I'm pretty sure that light was blinking before it was run over, seeing as this radio was programmed grossly out of band in a 430 megahertz area. I cannot read this radio on the computer because it's damaged, but I know what was in it because I was told, and I was also by the man who owned it. He wanted me to fix it. He did not want to buy a new one, and I'm here to tell him now, and I'm just going to say this now, this radio is not worth fixing. The speaker has fallen out. It has been completely crushed. The case is literally about to break in half. The VCO, prior to getting run over by a forklift, was grossly out of lock because it's out of band. It's not designed to go down into that low area. There are parts falling out of it left and right. Some were stuck to the speaker. Some of these screws are bent. Some of these screws are poking back out. This filter has crushed. The mic is completely smushed and is about to collapse through the other side of the board. There are a wealth of parts that are missing. So after convincing the man to just let me have it to recycle, which is what I'm doing when I'm taking this apart, the circuit board is going into a separate bin and this chassis into another bin. I will be removing all these standoff components that you see, and it's going to be just a circuit board. I'm not going to do that on camera because it's boring and tedious and long. I'm just taking it apart here. We're taking the radio to bits because it's dead. There is no intentions of salvaging it, saving it, using it, reselling it, programming it, or even trying to repair it. It is gone. It is toast. And my opinion is this radio was doomed when they programmed those frequencies in it. On this side, the salvageable parts that I can see is this, the capacitor, this jack, these two tack switches, that micro P clock. On this side, maybe that filter. And these sponge end contacts here, if they don't break completely off for the speaker. No, that's no good. That's it. Also, this little bit here. The battery contacts seem to be remarkably in good shape, though. The screws that I'm taking out right now are definitely in good shape. They will be saved. Stuff like this will go in the parts bin of used old stock, still usable bins that I have. And the guy, I'm actually selling him another radio that is appropriate for what he wants. It's one of those, it's within his price range of under $100. He originally bought this off eBay for under $100. And I'm going to sell him one of the Bofeng UB82s, the classified legit ham radio for his use. That way he can do what he wants and program it. And this radio will be retired to the recycling bin. And I just hate it when I get radios coming through here. And I know hams are allowed to do it, and that's fine, whatever. But it just irks my nerves to see a good quality radio like this be loaded up with amateur radio frequencies, something that could be done with a cheap Chinese radio. And, you know, and then they go off dicking about with it, drop it off and run over it with their truck, car, forklift, airplane, train, or whatever. It just really irks my respect. That might go in a bin. I think I'll get more for it just recycling it. All these VX-160s and 180s I've been getting lately are all being recycled, working or not, because, well, let's face it, the radio is dated, and I just don't want them in service anymore in the field. It's time for new things, and all of my customers and everybody, I'm changing everybody over to digital and getting off this analog. And, well, that's just how it is. So with that, it is what it is, and that's life, and this is how I make money. If I don't repair them, I'm still making money by recycling the bare metals out of them. And I'm Elf, Elfnet Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next video.